Yo, hey, what's up, people? We're back. First things first, we want to say thank you to Kevin in chat. No, my Joe, Kevin chat, my Joe. I just keep saying Kevin. I'm just better off saying Kevin. Anyways, thank you, Kevin, for everything. So here we go. This is the last one. So you know what? Um, Toka Kirishima Natsu Matsuri is the next one, and this is the last one. Thank God, because man, I've been trying to catch up like crazy. So another Antiku character. Now I wonder if Toka and Ken are going to be good together. You know, like if you do it, if you do a team, and then you have Toka and Ken, and then two others. So I mean, I don't know, which would be like I guess a Hinami. We have the buffer and excuse me, we have the buff healing Hinami, and then maybe like an owl. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, the beginning deals 275% attack power as blade damage to all enemies, which is nice because antique characters are usually only single target. I mean, 99% of the time they're doing single target damage. So this is super nice because we're doing damage to everybody, all enemies, and we do have one owl that does damage to all enemies, but I mean the other owl is single target also. Anyways, Blade. Crit rate increases by 1% for every 2% of HP lost of the enemy. Nice. So for every 2% of the HP lost by enemy, we get 1% crit rate. So, I mean, at max, I mean, before you kill, you figure you can get them down, you can get them down to like, let's say they have like 40% health left, before you kill them. So that's going to give you a good 60% of HP, which is going to give you 30% crit rate. So I'm guessing at max before you kill anybody, because I mean you usually don't get their HP. And once their HP is down like at 40%, you're kind of like you're kind of killing at that point. So I'm guessing with that in mind, you're gonna get like your crit rate at max to 30%. I mean, of course, max can be them at 98% HP loss, which would give you whatever 48%. But I'm just saying, by then they're super dead anyways. Anyways, at max, you're dealing 335% of attack power as Ultra Blade damage to all enemies. Ultra Blade crit rate increased by 1%, and crit damage increased by 1.5%. So on top of the crit rate, you're getting crit damage, which is nice. And your crit damage, of course, is at 1.5%. So if we figure the same 60% to 30, the 30 at 1.5, so it's like 45%. So 45% crit damage, if we're talking the same, 60% of HP loss that I was talking about. And of course, max would be 98, but we're not going to go through all that, whatever's. So, I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's not bad. And the thing is it hits all enemies, and that's the key here, I think. I think the key is it hitting all enemies. Anyways, let's go through the skills. We have damage boost, effective also in backup state. At the start of battle, grant all allies the passion effect. At the start of the ally turn, grant all allies one spirit effect, max 3 stacks. Passion damage is damage dealt increased by 8%. HP related abilities increased by 8%. Spirit is all allies attack increased by 4%. Now, like I said, I don't go through these before I read them. But the thing is we finally have somebody that's going to do AOE damage, and then they're going to be, a back. They're also going to be like in backup state. So I don't know. She might. I don't know. Let's just keep going through it, and we'll figure it out. Because usually when they make a character like this that's effective in backup state, then they're usually better off in backup state than they are as as a damage character or a healer or buffer, debuffer, whatever support character, however you want to think about it. Usually, if somebody is good in backup state or they're available to be used in backup state, they're usually better off there. But I don't know. We'll see. Additional attack. When an ally character deals damage, grant self one stimulation effect, max 4 stacks. When stimulation reaches max stacks, self instantly launches a pursuit attack. So nice. There we go. Another pursuit attack, which is nice against all enemies. And of course, it's against all enemies because she is an AoE damage dealer. That'd be kind of crazy if she would do like an attack and it would only hit one person. That would be kind of stupid, I think. Anyways, dealing smite damage equal to 120% of attack. If only one enemy target exists on the field, increase the skill coefficient of this pursuit attack by 50%. After the pursuit attack, remove all stimulation effects from self. Stimulation, of course, attack increased by 3%, and smite ignores defense and block chance for this damage. So if they only have one person left, then you're going to do an extra 50% damage, which is not bad. But I mean, if they only have one person left, then I guess they're pretty much done. I mean, unless it's one on one, unless it's one on one, like us fighting them. So we have our Toka against whoever they have, one on one. Then it's nice to have that, that extra damage for sure. For sure. Anyways, weak. When inflicting weak, grant all allies 8% increased in damage dealt for one turn. And now we get into the basic stat boost, which is another one that we have to consider, because this is also going to be effective in backup position. So I mean, this is another thing that we have to think about. If we're going to want this Toka in backup, or if we want them on our main team. So let's see. Effective even in backup position, increase all allies' basic stats by 12%. That is not bad. And we're talking about all basic stats, so HP, attack, defense, whatever, by 12%. And that is that. And this is not one of those where you have to have have this many Antiku or this many Agori or this many CCGs. This is all allied basic stats. There is nothing tied to it. So anybody that is on the team, and I'm guessing this should be all factions, because it does not say that it's faction related. So any ally, any 4 that you have in there, your basic stats by 12% at the start of battle. Grants all allies the unity effect. When an ally character is defeated, reduces all enemies attack by 8% for one turn. Unity. Now, unity damage taken reduced by 8% with an additional 8% reduction for non-active skill damage. After self takes 3 instances of active skill damage, reduce the next active skill damage taken by 40%, which is dang. But the thing is I think you might be dead by that time. I mean, would you take 3 instances of active skill damage? I mean, okay, your damage reduced is 8% with an additional 8% for non-active. So we take 3 of those. So let's say it's 8%, and then you have your 16%. So I mean, it's not bad. And then your next active skill damage taken is 40%. I mean, I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty decent. So anyways, we have power burst boost. After power release, grant all allies 8% increased in pen rate for one turn. And then that's it. I mean, so I'm thinking she is going to be good in either slot. I would definitely think she'd be better in backup position. I mean, with the basic stats by 12%, and that should be anybody, because it doesn't say that it's faction. Usually it's like, oh, it's all antique characters or all Agori characters, getting 12% damage. This just says basic stats by 12% at the start of battle. And then, plus you get unity for, plus on top of that, you also have your passion, which is damage dealt by 8%. So, you're getting like 8% damage dealt, 12% basic stats, 8% reduced damage taken. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I think she would be better off in backup state. I mean, we do have backup characters that we already have in backup, which might be better than her. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is with her, every character that you put in backup, they're going to be different. They're all not going to be the same. And her, she's just going to, reduce the damage we take, increase the damage we do. So I don't know. That's basically. You guys let me know what you think. I'm going to get this video up to you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.